hot as a motherfucker in here, dude.
Oh, it already ran through. Fuck. Hey.
Hold
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the AAA meeting. And that's a good portent for the way that things are going to roll today. Disorganized. Up shit creek without a paddle. Stepping on rakes. That kind of shit. You know how it is. Get your AC fixed. Chat's interested. They want to know. Okay, he's not back yet. Cool. Actually, otters have really good hearing, just not this one. My left ear is completely plugged. You know, one thing that sucks about having Meniere's disease and vestibular migraines accompanying? That's the cause of my vertigo, for those who are new to the program. One of your ears, it's never both, it's only one. Don't ask me why, just the way Meniere's works, gets completely plugged. And you only can hear through your right ear. So that results in a whole bunch of bullshit. Like constantly turning your right side to people so you can hear them. And they keep moving around to the front of you because they think you're trying to turn away from them. And it's like, can you just stand the fuck still? You got to, annoying. It always sounds like your fucking left channel. Well, for me, my left channel's out all the time. No, it's not. And then my ear will suddenly unplug overnight without warning. And I'll put my headphones on and I've completely unbalanced my headphones to have the fucking left signal 3 times as loud as the right just so I can hear it and blow my fucking now freshly listening eardrum right the fuck out. It's great. Good times. Turn the volume up a little. Full blast very quiet. Yeah, totally can. Somebody said that to me earlier today. I was doing a test really quick and they said my mic volume's really low. I'm gonna ask Sinatra about that. Knows the ins and outs of Windows audio way better than I do. I went into the recording devices and yeah, all recording devices are maxed out. I thought it might be at half volume or something like that. Boom, there. I should be loud as hell. Sin, you back yet? No, he's not. No one ever respects the deaf. I know. The beautiful part, though, is that, like, I actually have done the George Costanza thing where it's like, oh, I didn't hear that when somebody gave me a new task to do that I didn't want to do at work. And I'll be like, no, I don't remember you telling me that. I told you that yesterday. Were you sitting on my left side? You didn't know that I'm hard of hearing in my left ear? And then there's always someone else in the room to go, yeah, he is. You should have been more clear. You watched the Mobile Suit Gundam? No, I haven't. I fucking...
Well, why not?
Because I'm lazy and irresponsible. Then give me some... Brainstorm why my mic volume would be so low. Feel free.
Is it low on your computer side settings?
Nope. I was just talking with Chad about that. I went into the device manager or audio devices, recording devices. Audio's maxed out at 100. Weird, huh?
What about on the actual physical microphone?
It's at the usual gain that it usually is at. But I just
restart the audio engine?
I could do that.
Driver, whatever.
Yeah. I could restart the driver, the audio driver, but then nobody would be hearing my mellifluous tones. Or yours through Discord.
No.
Oh, wait, hold on. What if... No, that's not. Just fucking around. Don't worry about me. It's all gonna be good.
Well, I'm waiting to see what you come up with.
No, that didn't do shit. No. Did you check the mic
didn't
fluid?
Fix it?
Yeah, it's running a little low. It's time for a complete fluid change. redo the spark plugs, change out the springs, you know.
It's a mic tune-up. That's what you need.
Yeah. It is loud, or is Polly quiet? Sin's running 3 fucking cloud lifters in a daisy chain format because he's insecure and thinks he needs to be loud. So, you know.
That would be absurd.
It really would. You only have the one, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Just one.
Fuck. You guys don't want me just turning up gain, because then I'm just going to be... I'll sound like one of the beta males over at Daily Wire, peaking up their fucking gain so they sound like they've got a deep voice, running their compression through the roof.
You sound like Matt Walsh, have to get all up in. Here's this is what's wrong with
exactly
women bad.
Exactly. You ever hear that guy talk not on a mic that he personally set up? Fuck. You know who's got the most impressive audio out there in the podcasting world, in my opinion? Megan Kelly. I don't even think that Shure 7B she's got in front of her is actually picking up her voice. I think she might have a shotgun mic that's above her head somewhere, because that mic is, I don't know, 2.5 feet from her mouth. And it doesn't matter if she leans back, leans forward, leans to the side. Her audio never changes, her audio level. It's like, what the fuck? How do you have a magic microphone?
She probably does have a shotgun mic off screen.
Volume, Polly. Oh, wait, what? The hell? No, the volume's on. Quit screwing with my head. Thought I just muted everything. Okay, Sin. You hot or what?
What do you mean?
Is the heat wave hitting you?
I got this studio at a crisp 68 degrees.
Really?
Yeah, buddy.
Like I said to chat, I typed in chat. It's not the heat that's killing me. I'm used to the heat. It's that damn humidity, man.
Oh, the humidity's fucking god awful.
Yeah. I got one of the AC unit that I got it's really functioning as a dehumidifier. It's got like the extra tap off the side that, and you can just run it as a spout or run the polytube that comes off the side, that comes off the side into a bucket. Yeah, I've got to empty that bucket every fucking day.
Hell yeah, I bet you do.
Well, yeah. I swear, half the nearby fresh water's floating in the fucking air, man. It's no longer in the lakes and rivers. I hate both. Booth.
It's all for you, Polly.
What? Humidity?
The fresh water.
Oh. Yeah, well, I don't trust them. Are mammals saltwater mammals? Just thinking about that now for the first time. Are aquatic saltwater mammals? Can they live in fresh water, or are they going to die like the fish? You see what I'm saying? I mean, you're an aquarium guy. You should have an answer for me.
Sorry, what was the question?
Jesus. We're not doing a stream. It's fine. So, aquatic mammals, like otters, for example, right? There's like
correct
sea otters, right? Not the cool river otters like myself, but sea otters. Okay, so they're used to swimming around in salt water. Are they like the fish? Are they going to die if they're not in salt water because they're so accustomed to it?
Probably. Their bodies are probably made for salt water.
There are river dolphins. Don't fuck with me. There's not. Is there a river dolphin? There's not.
I've never heard of one.
You'd be surprised how easy it is to convince people that the Potomac River used to have hippopotamuses in it.
How easy?
Very.
It's kind of open-ended. How easy is it?
Very easy. So you got GW, George Washington University, right? And the official mascot of GW is the Colonial. It's the flag bearer, technically, is his name. He's a guy with a tricorn hat looking hardcore and with a ponytail, and he's got a Colonial flag with GW written across it, right? And the flag bearer. But the unofficial mascot is a fucking hippopotamus, which is, you know, not nearly as cool. But you might ask yourself, why? How did that come to be? A former president of the university bought for his wife at an auction this stupid metallic sculpture of a hippopotamus. And he's like, here, honey, I bought this for you. And she's like, I don't want that. Give it to your university. So he did. And that's how it ended up on GW campus. And because everyone was asking questions as to why is there a statue of a hippopotamus on our campus for no reason, it was a misbegotten, drunken gift gone wrong. An inebriated university president at a silent auction ended up buying it. So then the myth gets started. Well, because there used to be many hippopotami in the Potomac River. That's why GW, and people believe it. Spun yarns, just for you, buddy. Share my screen. Over there. There we go. Video capture. And there it is. Don't ever go to an auction drunk. You might end up leaving with something like this. Then giving it to your wife. And then her telling you to give it to your university. And then you end up making stories about animals that never ever lived in North America, but you're going to lie to a bunch of university students that they did. Sin, you with us? No, he's not. Okay. Dang. Okay, so I wanted to complain about some fucking things that. Oh, he's muted. Okay, something has gone asunder. The Sinatra household. I've become recently really frustrated with Reddit. I'm not even sure what the fuck Reddit is for anymore. Chat, if you have a Drunkle will be along in a minute, JK. He texted us to let us know that he's running late. No, he'll be back, Shadow Cat. Just something running afoul over at his over at the lab. If you have a subreddit that you follow that's actually worth something, let me know. I'm curious. Because every subreddit that I've visited in the past month that suddenly come to realize just is full of assholes. Anyone's ever gone to a DIY or instructions or help me out of this problem type subreddits? And I mean, if not that, then what the fuck good is a thread system like fucking Reddit for? People asking questions for problems that they have, and then a whole bunch of people, crowdsourcing answers. You ever been to a gun thread? You say, I have a problem with my Mossberg 590. Shell stuck, got a problem with the crossbolt safety, whatever. There's going to be half the comments have nothing to do with the solution. They're all like, you should have bought a Remington. That was your problem. What the fuck? Why do people get a fucking Reddit ID or whatever the fuck image board ID just to make comments that aren't fucking helpful? And it's not like they get something out of it. It's not like they're, this is their free time. It's not like they're, getting paid for this and burning away the hours at work doing this shit. I don't understand it. The last thing for me was looking up. So I got some questions about
to a point where the next one's going to be, the N-word. You know what the N-word is, right?
I do.
Thank you.
Thank you for
want to clean that up. No, it's the N-word. That's a very nasty word, right? In a lot of ways. That's the worst thing that can happen.
Boom. Hold on. Damn it. Come on. Get over there. Back to dashboard. So I couldn't log into Streamlabs. And now it's not letting me fucking maneuver around inside the website. It's always something with this. Okay, there we go. Oh, cool. A John number 1 before we started. Sweet.
Sorry, had emergency poop.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Fuck, that came on out of nowhere.
Mm.
Gamer Valine, thank you for the 925. Yes, river dolphins are real. Also, Valine's the last person I'm going to believe. Well, not the last, but...
She's usually pretty solid with the actuallys.
Yeah, but this wasn't an actually. Like, this was an opportunity to correct me. This is just, like, giving me information. Thank you for the 925, Gamer Valine. Yes, river dolphins are real. Also, bull sharks have a salt gland that allow them to swim up the Mississippi and shit. Warm-blooded don't need that gland.
Shitting warm blood? Hey, that's a sentence I never want to hear again.
Why do bull sharks need to shit in the Mississippi?
I mean, where else are they going to go? In their own waters?
They're the ocean.
Why not drop it off at the Mississippi?
Because everyone else does? Is that the idea?
Yeah, I mean, why not?
That's how the Mississippi got.
If I were a bull shark, I would go shit in the Mississippi.
Yeah. All right, look. We're going to find out right now. These damn river dolphins.
You know the idea about, like, if you have 2 toilets in the house and one's in the basement, that's the pooping toilet.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
That's how the bull sharks view the Mississippi River.
Oh.
It's just their pooping toilet.
Holy shit, they are real. They even got endangered ones. Look at this thing. So, Sin, I'm complaining about fucking Reddit and image boards that aren't fucking helpful at all.
You're either going to find, like, the single most niche answer on Reddit, or it's going to be completely unhelpful all the way down.
So I was complaining about
your best
forums
bet is to find YouTube tutorials.
Hey, I bought this Glock or I bought this M&P. No matter what you bought, half the fucking comments are you should have bought a Glock or you should have bought an M&P, vice versa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Profoundly unhelpful things. Yeah.
Yeah. The simple shit that I don't even understand why people would bother to log on and go into these various subreddits to do this. I'm looking up plots for various movies and books and shit. Like, what the hell did happen at the end of that movie anyway? Or what the hell was up with that character? I'll look it up. 2/3, not half, 2/3 of the answer are, it doesn't matter, you're a fucking idiot. It's just people calling each other retards.
I mean, that's just the internet. My favorite one, I did this on Twitter the other day. I had an issue with Sony Vegas not working. And like 4 of the comments were, that's what you get for using Sony Vegas.
Yep. And you are you still running 13? Version 13?
I got 14 or 15.
The
15.0.
That was one of the big comments that I got when I was looking up tutorials. That's what you get for running software from whatever the fuck, 2007, 2014, whenever the fuck it came out. But you know what? Fuck you, subscription boy.
Guys.
I don't want to hear about it. Yep, Sin's on the screen now, guys. I didn't even realize. Because ball dropping all over the place. I just realized something as many times as I've seen Departed, that there's a whole number of things that happen within like 2 minutes on screen, and I don't understand what the hell's going on. It doesn't ruin the movie. It doesn't change the plot or what happened with any of the characters or their arcs or anything. You let me know when you can hear that rain outside that's pelting my fucking window. Like
I just heard it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's what happens when you live in a place that's literally 100% humidity right now. So, yeah.
It's not even like rain. It's like sky stress release rain.
The air is squeezing the water out, man. Got super saturation happening.
Dude, I hear it. That's pelting that shit.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Just not really any way to quiet down out there, Mother Nature. What the hell?
Yeah, stop it. Stupid.
So Departed.
Yeah.
You got Billy Costigan, Leonardo DiCaprio's character, right? He's the undercover. You got Sullivan, Matt Damon's character. He's the rat in SIU, in the Special Investigations Unit, right?
Yeah.
Queenan gets killed. The guy who was the detective who hired Emilio Estevez's dad. What the fuck's his name? Martin Sheen. Martin Sheen. He gets killed. And spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen The Departed. But come on, it came out in 2006, man. It's a great fucking film. Won the Academy Award. Get your shit together.
That's one of top 5 favorite movies for me.
Top 5 favorite movies, period?
Yeah, one of the. Yeah.
Nice choice. Damn fine movie. Fuck. Like, the screenplay written by William Monahan is, I'm not saying that there's plot holes. That's not what I mean. It's just, I don't get what.
What you getting at with the book script? Spit that shit out, man!
What the volume turned up so loud in my headphones because one ear's plugged and I got rat-a-tat-tat going on the fucking window and all of a sudden, spit that shit out, man! Garevaline, thank you for the 450. I go to Reddit for niche car info. Glock owners of Twitter and Reddit make me hate Glocks, a.k.a. the Uggs of the gun world. Basic bitch guns. Oof. I mean, you're not wrong, but...
That's fine. I like my Glock.
Mm.
I like my SIG, and I like my Taurus.
I think Glocks are great. I think SIGs are great. Keep going, right?
Yeah, I like all of my guns. That's why I have them.
You don't have any regret guns? None?
Yeah, I have one. I thought it would. So in my defense, I kind of got it as a lark. But it was the Heritage Arms 22 cowboy revolver. You know the ones I'm talking about? They're like $100 brand new, and it shoots 22 LR or 22 mag.
No.
Yeah, dude, that gun, it sucks. It's horrible.
I thought you were talking about one of the...
But it's fun.
Like 22 revolvers, like 10-round cylinder, et cetera, et cetera. So what's so bad about it? The trigger just sucks and everything, or what?
Like I don't like it. It's small, but also heavy. Like the handle of it only goes to my ring finger, and it's supposed to be a full-sized revolver. It's a display gun, I think, that just also happens to function.
Right.
Like I think brand new out of the box, I spent $110 on this thing 5 years ago.
I don't have any regret guns, but I have guns that I barely ever shoot, though. Like my Beretta 96. Barely ever shoot that. Because if I want to shoot 40, I'm going to shoot my M&P. If I want to shoot an all-metal gun, I'm going to shoot my 1911. Or my SIG. You know what I mean? Lots of other options. It's just, it's not a bad gun at all in any way. It just, if I want to shoot what it is, there's other guns I'd rather shoot first. That's all.
Yeah, I get it.
So Departed. See, I went to Reddit to find out if there's a number of subreddits on movies and lots of people talking about The Departed, and everybody's just asking the same fucking 3 questions. Like basic plot, they couldn't follow the movie at all. Why is this guy doing this? It's like one guy's undercover, the other guy's kind of undercover because he's a rat in the state police. What, did you not pay attention for the first 20 minutes of the movie where they explain the entire plot and setup? No, they didn't. And then, whose baby is it? The psychologist is pregnant. Whose baby is it? That's the big question everybody's got on their mind.
I don't remember the answer to that.
Yeah, considering this one,
I don't think they ever said.
No, they never did. But the real strong hint is that it's Sullivan's. It's Matt Damon's. People like to think that it's DiCaprio's, and it's like, because they did have sex, and it's like, Yeah. Yeah. And?
Well, don't you know every time you have sex, baby?
Right. And remember, Sullivan couldn't get it up. There was one day that happened. Yeah. But the movie takes place over like 3 years. You trying to say he was limp for 3 years?
I think that's what they're implying.
Yeah. Now, I personally find it hilarious that Matt Damon is perpetually impotent because fuck Matt Damon, am I right? But you know.
Matt Damon.
Yeah. Do you remember when the character Delahunt, one of Frank Costello's guys, gets killed, and when I tell you to dump a body in the marsh, you dump it in the marsh. That guy, he got shot when they had the shootout outside of the building where Queenan got killed.
I think so.
So Billy Costigan, Leonardo DiCaprio's talking to him, and he said, I gave you the wrong address, and you still showed up at the right building. Like, DiCaprio was busted. He just got found out. And Delahunt's like laying on the couch, shot, bleeding, choking on his own blood. And he says, I gave you the wrong address. You still showed up at the right building, Billy. Why didn't I tell anybody? Answer me. Why didn't I tell anybody? And then he dies. It's Monahan and Scorsese literally meant that for they don't know what he meant. I wouldn't have known if I hadn't watched the DVD extras. I'm like, really?
That's probably worth the watch.
Yeah. Because that's one of those things where it's like, there's probably no telling what he meant. And people are like, super geniuses. And they're like, no. He was undercover. Don't you know? Oh, Jesus.
You can get hit with the fifth, twisted with the biscuit, blasted with the ratchet, jack with the Mac, body with the shotty, dump with the pump, rock with the clock, sprayed with the K, dome with the chrome, down with the pound, tap with the strap, whack with the gat, duster with the musket, tag with the mag, wet with the Intratec, bled with the lead.
Without a doubt, Estonia for the big
Hell
25. Yeah. The coolest violence dono for only $25. The best part is when Polly goes, woo, live after it gets done playing.
I don't know, man. I think because I turned my 40K donations from last night back on just for this stream. Now it's not 25, it's 29, but I think it's violence. Everybody here would appreciate the hell.
Is this new?
Yeah,
cool.
Everything on
All
this
right.
scene is brand new.
29?
29 flat.
29. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Gamer Vleen said, you like your Glock, but you don't shit on every other gun brand like you're jerking off to your Glock. No, I like my Glock. I love my Beretta. I love my, the only gun brand historically, and it could just be because I got the wrong type of gun. I don't like, I have one of their guns that I do like. M&P handguns I have had a bad history with.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, I got
happens.
the M&P shield and it was broken out of the box, and I brought it back up to the shop, and the guy was like, oh, this one's just kind of fucked, dude. Like, I wouldn't even hang on to this. So he returned it and gave me a different one, and then my buddy sold me an M&P. It was a 40 cal, and I just don't like 40 cal. The ammo's too expensive, and and this was when the big switch, they were thinking of like stopping 40 completely and moving to 10 millimeter. So I'm like, okay, I'm just not going to hang on to this.
Who was? You were?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not going to keep this.
Well, I mean, if expensive ammunition is a concern for you, what the hell are you moving to 10 millimeter for?
Well, no, that's when the talk was from moving the 40 to 10 millimeter. That was the big to do a few, like 2-3 years ago.
Not every question gets an answer for movies. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
And I think that's fine. I don't think
It, like I said, the 2 minutes of the film where all these things happen, and I'm like, wait, what is going on here? What the hell was this guy's plan? He did this thing, and I don't understand, but it doesn't affect anyone's story arc. It's not a plot hole. It's just Monahan writes a tight script, man. Guy's a very serious scribe, and I have
one
no
of my
doubt
favorite movies ever is No Country for Old Men. That didn't have a proper ending. Like, that had one of those open-ended movies, and I loved it.
I'm one of those people where it's like, when I heard that thing about like Delahunt, I thought, oh, okay, yeah, the world's full of weird shit where something strange happens and you don't find out why. Why shouldn't movies be that way? Not everything needs to be tied up with a bow. It's just the things that go on. Like, why was DiCaprio's character suddenly, with no sign he was going to, seemingly cooperating with Sullivan, who told him, I'm now in charge of Queenan's unit? The last thing that you saw was him hanging up on him, not wanting to deal with him.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't confirm that he was actually in charge of the unit. I'm like, okay, so what? I guess he just decided. All right. Like, off screen decided. But what the hell was Sullivan's plan? He's trying to keep Frank Costello out of jail. Why the fuck would he take 30 armed units to where he knows Costello's going to be with a gang of fucking drugs? What was his plan? Like, and all this stuff happens in like 2 minutes. So I was just watching the movie the last time. I'm like, I'm confused. Went to Reddit.
Real quick, before we get too far away from it, there's no gun brands really off the top of my head that I can outright say that I don't like. I guess High Point, maybe. That's it.
Yeah, if anything, there's gun brands that I wish I had some of and don't. Henry. I'd love a Henry lever action. Don't have one.
Yeah.
Like
I want a
American
mare's
brand,
leg.
man. I want a Henry, damn it.
Fostonia said someone hit the 29 for the Italian. That would be nice to see it. I would like to see it a lot. Because after we have Friday show and Sunday show, then will be Christmas in July.
Yeah.
And then Summerween. So all my regular donations, the new ones and all my regular ones, will be turned off till August.
Yeah, me and Valine are the two that have M&P Smith & Wesson M&P 40s.
I'm not shitting on it. It just wasn't for me.
Fair enough. I'll say this thing as nicely as I can, because usually I get people hating on me when I say this, and I can understand why. Yeah, ammunition's expensive, especially 40, but I reload.
Yeah, and and
people are like, shut up, you fuck! I don't have time to reload. It's because you don't have a life. Yeah. And it's like, holy shit, man! What the?
No, okay, that's the same motherfucker who will sit there watching football for 12 hours a day on Sunday, so that doesn't track.
Yeah, you know what?
But I don't have the room for it.
It does take room.
I'm getting page not found.
And you need places for your primers and your powders. Like, that is fireproof.
Yeah, they have to be stored safe.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be a huge setup, but if you have no room,
somewhere,
that's the problem. Stony's getting page not found for your Streamlabs, Sin?
Oh, yeah. And it just says Sinatra says ...
Fuck. You tell him, Steve Dave. Thanks for 1075. Only because it's been too long for this dono. So I've got part 2 coming up. I'm getting ready. I've got a whole complaint. I could go off on a rant, but if you know, you know.
I threw it in chat.
WebPs, WebP files.
Oh my God.
Shit.
The Webums and WebP.
Yeah. WebP, WebM, fuck that shit.
Dude, that is
drive me
bane
nuts.
of my existence.
Yeah. So like I said, if you know, you know. And people go into these stories about, well, the reason why they developed it is because that file container allows for. I get it. Okay, look, I get it. And it's also a giant pain in the ass, okay? Fuck.
It is. It's such a fucking pain in the wiener.
Yeah. I dragged some files over for that new dono I was talking about. That was part 2 of the pre-Sea Walk. And oh yeah, they're all WebMs. And so I got to convert them and run them through and make sure that the output is not going to be all discombobulated and fucked up, which is really easy with web files.
The issue I've been having lately with the WebMs is sometimes when you convert them to MP4, it gets this static click in them. Yeah. And it's just nothing you can do. You can try different ones. It's just a shitty fucking base file.
And if your system and the way you got it set up will support allowing the source file to dictate what the frame rate will be, you don't have a problem. But if it won't, and mine won't, because it's my GPU that won't allow me to do that, it won't allow the source file to control the frame rate, you have to get the frame rate right. Because if you don't, the file comes out going fast, slow, blank, 4 blank frames, fast, slow, 4 blank frames, because the frame rate's all fucked up. Damn it!
It's so shitty, dude.
Yeah. Hey, you tell them, Steve Dave. Thanks for 1075, as you said, because it's been too long for this dono. Hey, chat, get the fucking ratio up. This isn't some ice cream social, you towheads. This is a AAA meeting and get it done, cocksuckers. Ice cream.
Towheads.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever noticed that insults from the 1930s don't make a lot of sense? Like, what the fuck's a palooka? What does 23 skidoo mean? Man, they were weird.
Yeah, 23 skidoo.
Yeah. Like, people were just coming up with shit, man. People thought Riz was weird. So yeah, WebP, WebM. Oh, one thing before we start the news, because I want to know. I saw in my notifications I haven't been online at all since since the weekend, like Friday night, I think. But
do you not have my
when I logged in, I saw your stream from yesterday, Vosh and 30K or Vosh and 40K. What's the deal? Give me the 3-sentence rundown. What the fuck is Vosh fucking around with 40K for? Titillate the audience and inform me.
Do you not have my donuts turned on?
Hold on.
Blonde hair with a big forehead. Really?
Son of a bitch. I know. My apologies. There you go. They're on.
Okay, so let me give you the rundown real quick.
Okay.
It was Vosh thinks 40K has too much of a right-wing audience because they think that Mexicans are like the Tyranids and trans people are like the orcs or something. Therefore, right-wingers think that 40K is real. Therefore, we should handle all our problems just like they do in that universe.
Where did he get that from?
He's crack. I fucking have no idea, dude.
He heard someone somewhere say it, so therefore that's what all 40K fans think, right?
Yeah, well, he kept bringing up the Donald Trump God Emperor meme. So I think he thinks memes are real. Let me play these two, one from Valine and one from Fustonia real quick.
Cool.
From Valine. And then from Fustonia.
Oh, Dark Wolf, you, me, right here in Furry Forest. This
what the hell's
everything.
That was good. That was good. Like, I was like, what the hell, man? What do you got? Oh, never mind. Fuck.
Fustonia. Okay, damn it. I can't wait anymore. So here you go. Hopefully it's good. And it'll get me harder than Chinese algebra. Love you, son. No homo. Love you too, buddy. And thank you very much. I hope you like that.
Yeah, that was solid. That was good.
But yeah, he thinks that memes are reality to people. That's literally the best way I can describe it.
I'm having a harder and harder time believing that these people actually believe some of the shit that they say. Like Candace Owens, I don't believe that she believes what she's saying anymore at all. I was content to believe she was really stupid. I don't think she's stupid. I don't think she's smart, but I don't think she's like, I mean, come on. Space isn't real.
Yeah, that shit's fake and gay, whatever she said. And
Yeah.
you know what? That is the most damning thing I can say about anybody and their beliefs is to go, do you actually believe what you're saying to me right now? Or are you just saying it because you think you have to?
Yeah. Like half the people on BreadTube, they know what they can and cannot say. Or pretty much everybody over on Blue Sky except JD Vance.
Oh, and whatever you just said made me think of it. Vosh said, and I quote, "We have to infiltrate these spaces where these people hang out to reform them to become less right wing."
He's been arguably that has been his mission for years now. How's that going for you?
It's like, how has it gone for anybody who wants to, and the term I see thrown around on like the Facebook groups and stuff like that is tourists. They're hobby tourists.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's pretty solid and pretty accurate way to describe these people.
Why do you is
would
Vosh
you
actually
ever have
trying
the
to do
gall?
40K, or is he just aware it's a popular fucking thing and he's concerned?
No, he's just aware of it.
Okay.
Like, would you ever have the mindset of like, man, you know, those Pokemons, that's a real fucking dangerous crowd over there. I'm going to infiltrate that and try to change the established hobby because I don't like it.
No, never.
No, that's fucking bizarre.
Yeah. I don't even get people that change Wikipedia or Wiki in general entries to support their politics. What are you doing?
Like, why can't you just enjoy something?
And
Sure,
that's
it
just a
might
few
not
lines
have
of text. It still baffles me. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it might have things that you don't personally like, but that's okay. You don't have to personally like everything that exists.
Especially if it's a huge fucking genre, whatever it might be, you know? Yeah. What are you going to do?
And then it turns into I think the most blatant one, at least of our lives, is with Star Wars and the fandom menace.
In what sense? Like that the fandom menace was toxic and needs to be crushed? That thing?
Yeah, these people have no interest in Star Wars, really, but they're willing to infiltrate the space to try to change it because they don't like the way it currently is for whatever reason.
Yeah, I was kind of a sour, salty prick about it. About a number of these things happening. Like, you know, you have Zelthor complaining that my Pokemon's getting invaded. What's up with Lord of the Rings? Why don't you just leave it alone? And I'm like, oh yeah? You're a little bothered that people have come in and screwed with your thing when it was completely unnecessary and just kind of ruined it? And the people insisting hardest that it be changed are the least likely to actually consume the product or give a fuck about it?
Yeah, they don't purchase it. They're not interested in it, and that's the thing.
It's like, I'm a fan of comics and Star Trek. Don't tell me your tale of woe. I know pain, okay?
I've been living it.
Yeah. It's not even about that. Like, it's just like, hey, you know, your concerns aren't real. It's like, I understand your fucking concerns because fucking comics, I don't even want to talk about what they did with superheroes and how long it's been coming on. And Star Trek, man, they killed it. My God.
Yeah.
You know who was the fucking worst wet lips atheist there? What's his name?
Oh, Steve Shives.
Steve Shives. That fucker. With his atheist plus bullshit. And he's like, Star Trek can really be a beacon for the future because in the Star Trek future, they don't believe in God and everybody's a socialist. It's like, okay, you're wrong in both ways, but simply by the fact that you voiced it, Steve, means it's wrong. What a fucking ass.
He really was an asshole.
He's still alive, I think.
Is he making content?
He blocked me a good long time ago.
Yeah, I think everyone got blocked by Steve Shives.
He did a video. It's when Hank Green awarded him the YouTube creator prize to reinvestment money to go forth and buy more equipment so you can make more and better videos. It's like, really, Hank? You gave it to Steve fucking Shives? What the fuck? And why?
Yeah.
Because Hank Green fucking SciShow? Yeah, he's a huge Atheism Plus guy. That's why. It's like, man, you're too smart to be this fucking dumb, man. What the hell?
I expected better.
Yeah. All right.
I think that's the thing.
You want to do
though,
some
is-
schmooze?
Yeah. That's,
Penis lip Steve, right?
'cause if we keep talking about this, I'm going to be stuck on it forever. So yeah, let's.
Come on. Boom. There we go. Okay. Do you have my screen? Yeah, you got my screen. So how hot is it? It's hot enough that the wetlands are on fire.
Whoa.
Not really. It's just called Wetlands Park. That's my half-ass joke to start the news.
Oh, all right. I gotcha.
It's hot enough that bad jokes are flowing, man. Come on, there's a
Did
brush
you-
fire at Wetlands Park. That's hilarious.
Did you see the?
We haven't been
Chunky air,
doing
sorry.
news this whole time. Fuck off, Joshua Montgomery. You smart ass.
Did you see the American version of House of Cards?
House of Cards?
Yeah, with Kevin Spacey and
Wait,
Lady.
the show was based on was I was aware it was based on another show, but it was also called House of Cards, the original content?
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
it was
Okay.
British. It was a British show
Yeah,
called House
that-
of Cards.
I knew it was based on a British show that was really popular, and like so many American shows got reformatted off of something British. It's like, okay, but I didn't know they were both called House of Cards. But yeah, I've seen House of Cards, sure.
There's a line in there where Kevin Spacey's talking to the barbecue shop owner, and there was a heat wave or something, and the guy's like, "This is the kind of heat where people will fuck on the street and a man will beat his wife out in public." Like, yeah, this is that kind of heat. This shit fucking sucks. Like, this is the heat that should be playing a harmonica solo.
I'm gonna, this is an opportunity, for coming up with a bunch of stupid fucking sayings and pretending they're real. It's hot enough out there to, whatever the fuck, think it through.
Yeah.
Hot enough to light the wetlands on fire.
So hot, you could fry an egg on a homeless person.
Yeah. It's so hot. Decomposition takes a quarter of the time, so kill all the homeless you want.
Crackheads are smoking with magnifying glasses.
Nice. That's solid. That works. Swamp ass heat. No, I'm not a victim of swamp ass. Very happy to say. You know what ecto-coolers are?
No, but I feel like I'm about to be told.
They're exploding, so stay away.
Okay, I don't want one now.
Ecto-coolers are,
You had me in the first half.
they were Ghostbusters promotional tie-in. They were
What?
green limeade.
Ugh.
Yeah, it could be because it was bright green. It's like, oh, it's like ectoplasm, like Slimer.
That doesn't sound very cash money.
The only reason I know of is because of a classic internet meme thing where people tried making their own ecto-cooler and like Crystal Pepsi. Let's bring back ecto-coolers, et cetera, et cetera. But
Oh,
ecto-cooler,
Ecto-Cooler was a thing?
yeah, absolutely. By High C was the juice company that put it out, and it came in little boxes like, juice boxes.
Dude, I had a Capri Sun the other day because my kids, we went to the store. I let them pick out Capri Sun. And I had one of them.
The bag
They
of juice?
just don't. Yeah, they don't hit the same anymore.
No, No, they don't.
It's just not what it used to be.
Was it ever, though?
Maybe it's rose-colored glasses of the far past, but maybe.
There you go. Ecto-Coolers.
Oh.
Citrus drink contains 10% fruit juice. The remaining 90% apparently is explosives.
It's various chemicals.
Yeah. Possibly because Dan Aykroyd needed several new beach houses back in the 1980s. There was seemingly no end to Ghostbusters branded merchandise. There was toy lines, t-shirts, and at least one official Ghostbusters ceiling fan. Really?
It's fucking better merchandising than Kiss.
Yeah, I mean, Kiss even has caskets, but they don't have ceiling fans, I don't think.
They have Kiss ceiling fan. Kiss branded? Kiss band branded. What? Fucking a lot of keywords here.
Having trouble with your
Ceiling
Google
fan.
food today?
Official Kiss store. Yeah. Fucking giving me a hard time. Okay. Do you have more on this? Because I want to tell you, I used AI today.
Did you?
Yes.
Well, let's find out about the exploding. It'll turn you into a ghost.
Yes. Sorry. Go ahead.
But the highlight of the Ghostbusters cash grab for many young fans was High Seas Ecto-Cooler, which tasted like delicious, sugary, fake fruit juice. Fuck off. So does, Flavor Aid. The People's Church didn't have a problem with it, but they weren't around very long to complain. What was marketed to kids as if the paranormal secretions of whatever the hell Slimer was. He was a ghost. Seen the movie? Sure, the beverage was a pre-existing drink called Citrus Cooler with the Ghostbusters logo slapped on it, but it made everyone happy at the time. Fans are so excited. Okay, get to the point. Coincide with newer Ghostbusters movie, including the 2016 female-led reboot. Yeah, let's bring back Ecto-Cooler for that. Even the toxic fans who sent hate mail to a children's hospital over the movie had to admit that Ecto-Cooler tasted pretty damn good. I don't even get what you're saying. Here's someone's homemade Ecto-Cooler. That's why everybody figured out just how to make like a citrus fucking drink. Due to the product scarcity, many fans have been hoarding the 2016 line of Ecto-Coolers and selling them on eBay. Sure, they're plenty old by now. That hasn't stopped some folks from doing it. Get to the point. Where's the explosions? But according to Ghostbusters News, the host of the Ectoplasm podcast recently discovered, what would you call the Ectoplasm podcast? That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, dude, that doesn't sound like a good podcast at all.
I mean, there's so many unique names to Ghostbusters that why would you go with ectoplasm? Ecto 1, the Hirsch, why not? The Ghost Trap, because they had traps. List goes on and on. Slimer's Abode. That all unopened cans were showing signs of internal pressure buildup, becoming noticeably harder to squeeze, meaning that they may eventually burst on their own and are already exploding like seltzer bottles if they're opened. Cool.
Wait, so this is shit. It was bottled, packaged, and done.
Yes.
And now people are opening them and it's just geysering.
Yeah, because it's this hotly sought after thing. Ecto-Cooler, people love it because they do.
Why are you opening them?
Because people bought them from 2016 on eBay, or the line that came out the last time it came out was in 2016 for that female-led abomination. And so people bought them, and now why are you opening them? To drink them?
Why are they opening them?
I'd like to think they're doing it to as part of a dare on their live streams that I'm going to drink this 8-9-year-old soda, and they open it, and it sends shards of aluminum through their neck on live stream. That's my hope.
It's like Final Destination shit.
Yeah.
God, that movie sucked.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want it happening to some of the cool streamers that I know. There's guys who do weird way out shit, drinking old stuff and whatnot. They're cool.
Mm-hmm.
But we could send a whole bunch of free Ecto-Coolers to BreadTube. Come on. Got to be some Ghostbusters fans over there. Promoted as part of the female-led thing, right? Drink in solidarity with the ladies.
I bet they were all about it.
So there you go. Okay, so you had something waiting. What?
So I've been thinking about like doing a craft show. I'm brainstorming ways to make a little extra money on the side. And I've been thinking about like doing craft shows for my 3D print stuff. So I used AI to try to figure out what the most popular 3D printed items that sell would be.
Okay.
And I was a little surprised by the answers, honestly.
I wouldn't know off the top of my head what it would be. I can't even guess.
Let me pull it up here because I took screenshots of it. I use Grok, of course, because I pay for Twitter because I'm a fucking nerd. Tabletop miniatures was number 1.
Nice. In your face games workshop.
Fuck yeah. Cosplay accessories, custom jewelry, phone accessories, functional items, and novelty games. So that's stuff I wouldn't have even considered. Not the miniatures, because like I like printing stuff to paint, but you know what I mean.
You know what keeps occurring to me with 3D printing is making molds for stronger material.
You can get some pretty damn strong, like the PLA. You get PLA plus. That's the stuff they make the non-existent things out of. If you're picking up what I'm laying down.
Oh yeah. Mostly what comes to mind is like using like metal epoxy or glass epoxy to fill a mold that was made to very particular, and it's like a prototype because 3D printing, you can do shit like that and it's fine, you know.
Yeah.
Design your mold, inverse it so it's a negative of what you designed online or in your software, and then print it out. That's the thing that occurs to me more than most things. That and novelty sights for my rifle.
Yeah, like those middle finger things you sent me. Yeah. That was good.
Yeah, I would totally do that. All kinds of fucking pick rail shit. Like, what is that? I mean, that's just like a goofy add-on.
Unfortunately, no one wants to buy my bathwater or undies. Nobody yet, Fostonia. I feel like you're giving up a little early.
3D or minis are the most common thing from 3D painting. I can believe it. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Boom, moving along.
But you have to get a resin printer, and
what
those if you want like really super duper high quality things, you have to use a resin printer or a super high detailed nozzle for your 3D printer. And I tried resin printing, and dude, it was such a fucking pain in the ass.
Did you say resin printing, meaning it's a liquid as opposed to a long cable of stuff?
Yes.
Cool. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's cool.
It's a liquid that hardens at a certain light frequency. So like the build platform goes into the vat, the light comes from under and flashes the whatever design and then it goes all the way. But it fucking stinks. You need gloves. You need a house, like a separate, like a grow tent almost for the printer. Resin printing is fucking awful. And there's people who love it that will die by it. And I tried it. And I'm like, no, never fucking again. No way. Absolutely not.
It's the same printer with a different nozzle and attachments though?
No, it's a completely different print setup.
Is it? Fuck. That sucks.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan. No, and I can see why people enjoy it, but not for me. No, nope.
So how hot is it? Hot enough to shoot a clerk over expensive beer.
Oh, that's always the case, though.
Yeah, I mean, Florida, right? Broward gas station clerk.
Always Florida.
Yeah, of course. This guy, he didn't want to pay too much for beer.
Oh yeah, Aunt Valine's right. You need the UV wash or UV cure station and an isopropyl alcohol wash. It's no.
Holy shit. And I thought the fucking glass epoxy that I've been fucking with was a pain in the ass. I'm going to feel better about having to go through the really detailed mixing process to get it to work right. I'll feel better. Like, well, at least there's no fucking mechanisms involved. I'm going to quit complaining.
No, and even the mechanisms suck. Like if your thing is off at all, it just nothing works.
So I needed to squeeze some glass epoxy into a drilled hole to fill a reservoir inside of this other container. Long story, doesn't matter, right? The point is I need to precisely put epoxy where it needs to go, and I can't have it spilling out. So it's not a matter of like just pour it and then wipe off the excess. That's not an option. So I'm talking to my dad about this problem that I'm having, right? You know what I ended up doing? The simplest solutions that you don't think will work end up working. You know what a pastry bag is for like putting icing on a cake where you're writing letters and shit? Okay. I just took a piece of paper, turned it into a cone. After I mixed the epoxy in the very particular way that you do for this glass epoxy that gases out so there's no bubbles, blah, 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 for strength and rigidity, just poured it into the cone, sealed up the top with Scotch tape, and then snipped off the end, and then used it like a fucking pastry bag and squeezed into the hole. It worked perfect.
Oh, hell yeah.
And
that would have been like my first go-to. Well, maybe because I've done a lot of my culinary experience taught me that like you're not getting the mixed cheese into the shells with a fucking spoon.
Yes, exactly. You're doing stuffed shells. Use a pastry bag. It's your friend, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck, you can even use a or like a freezer bag, one of the gallon Ziploc bags, to just snip the end.
My dad's like, when I'm telling him about this, I'm telling him like in order of events. And I'm like, so this was my idea to do this. And he goes, that's not going to work. That epoxy is going to like not just soak, but eat right through that paper because of like the high acetone content in it. And he's right, but not in under 2 minutes, which is all I need it for. Squeezed it out, threw it out. That was it. Like, I mean, it was meant to be disposable. I wasn't trying to create a tool, you know, to hang on the wall.
But you have one.
yeah, but I've got lots of paper is my point. You know what I mean?
It's wasteful, yes, but shit like that is usually the best and easiest way to solve issues. Oh man, use a fucking paper bag.
As opposed to doing what? Like I looked up online, like what are my options here? And it's like, well, you can buy a craft syringe or a pipette or a disposable eyedropper.
Then what? You're gonna have to fill it up and redo it 6 times.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. It's like, so I got to get in my car, drive to fucking Michael's or wherever the fuck, and buy the thing, and then turn around and drive back when I can just use one sheet of paper and a little bit of Scotch tape right the fuck now, and it worked perfectly.
Yeah,
it was awesome. I was so pleased with myself.
That's good.
Broward Sheriff Office deputy said the shooting happened around 11:40 p.m. at the Valero, blah, blah, blah. Deputy said the clerk, Abdullah Mothner, 46, got into an argument with a customer over the price of beer. There's an upside to this, okay? According to the arrest report, when the customer threw an unknown small object at Mothner, described as possibly a piece of paper, the clerk took out a gun from under the counter and shot the man in the right calf muscle. Deputy said surveillance footage shows Mothner take out a Sig Sauer pistol, rack the slide, and fire in the customer's direction. He then called the wounded customer a pussy-ass nigger and followed him around with the gun, the report states.
Goddamn.
He shot an unarmed man that threw a piece of paper at him and then called him a pussy-ass.
Why did he call him a pussy after he shot him? What an asshole.
I know. I don't know, man. I don't think that's gonna, like, I don't know how things work in Florida with self-defense or when it's your place of business and all the legal details and stuff like that. What I do know is cursing the guy out after you shot him isn't going to look good. I have no idea.
No, it's rude.
It's rude.
I mean, shooting him is mean, but cursing him out is just rude. It's uncalled for, really.
The way that I see it, if you don't realize that projectile going around 1,000 feet a second, tearing through the man's flesh, that means you won the argument, man. If you don't realize that you
that's
just
a
won the
W.
argument, you're still trying to win, you got problems. Who curses someone out after they've shot them?
Jerks.
I mean, if it was a duel, I could understand. You know, an affair of honor or whatever. You know, that's right. Fuck ready, find out. Yeah, sure. Okay, that makes sense.
Mutual combat over beer.
Over beer.
I mean, if it's going to be anything.
And what was the beer? Take a guess.
Bush. I guess Bush Light.
It's a trick question. It wasn't beer at all. It was malt liquor.
Oh, fucking should have fucking known better.
Right? Oh, man. I watched a video explaining the difference between beer and malt liquor. I don't remember. What it comes down to is that it's
nasty and beer is
it's fucking beer. Yeah, that's the yeah.
That's how I take it. Malt liquor's gross and beer's yummy, delicious.
It depends on which one of each you're talking about. Mesopotamia man accused of sexual conduct with a horse.
Seems like Vosh was busy.
To me, this is just a nice.
It's the $29 donation all over again.
To me, this is just great sideways racism. Mesopotamia man accused.
I don't get it. How is that side?
Think of where ancient Mesopotamia is, right? Sheep fuckers, etc.
Okay.
You see?
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah.
Took me a second.
It's fine. How hot is it? The skies are on fire. Multiple states could see the northern lights this week. I'm getting ready.
Yeah, I keep seeing about this, but really the only way you can see them is with you have to look through your phone or a camera lens and put it on long exposure. Like you can't see them with your naked eye.
Yeah, Farr was so disappointed in that when there was the not Aurora Borealis, what are the southern ones called?
Aurora Borealis.
If not, it should be Aurora Borealis. That works for me. Yeah, she couldn't see shit, but she was posting some of the most beautiful pictures you've ever seen, taken with her phone, because the exposure and the filters and whatnot that just run default on the phone was pulling lights and colors out of the sky like you wouldn't believe. Australia Borealis, is that actually it? Oh shit, cool.
When I saw them, it like the sky definitely looked pinky, but the phone picks up on the UV light better than the eyes do.
I don't mind so much not being able to see Aurora Borealis because, you know, freak plasma events in the upper atmosphere, blah, blah. But when I go out of my way to go out of the city to see a meteor storm and it's overcast, I'm pissed.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed.
That happened last year. I stocked my cooler with stuff and things, and I wasn't driving, so it was full of liquor. And I'm going to go see a meteor shower, damn it. And yeah, of course, we're driving, and it's like, you know, the clouds are rolling in, and by the time we got to where we were going, yeah, nothing. It was, you couldn't see gray. I was about to say you saw nothing but gray. No, you couldn't even see that. It was just black. No, nothing. Jeff Bezos is an idiot.
No, what else is new?
He's having a 16-day long party for his wedding.
It must be nice to have just straight up fuck you money.
Yeah, but when you're an idiot, you don't have any idea how to spend it. You end up doing stuff like this and having foam parties on your yacht. Foam parties?
Yeah, it's all glycerin foam, too. That shit's gross.
Fuck hurts. Fuck off. Did you know that his yacht has a yacht for his wife?
That's good. I can understand that.
Yeah. See, initially I thought, how much money? Wait. It's a detachable yacht that he can leave behind. I see what you're doing. See, he was thinking ahead.
He's thinking way ahead.
Yeah.
So he's an idiot, but not that much of an idiot.
So he wants to have this party in Venice, and they made him change it. His celebration that was going to be happening in Venice, the residents there threatened to fill the city's canals. After residents threatened to fill the city's canals with inflatable crocodiles to stop guests arriving. Did they really think that was going to work?
Probably.
Like if you
Why would
saw,
they try it?
if you saw an inflatable crocodile in a canal, would you like, I better get the hell out of this city? I wouldn't. It's not like he's inviting poor people. They're just going to get their guard to shoot it, you know. Mr. Bezos.
Yeah,
Amazon
someone with a fucking BB gun on the scene. It's quick.
I don't know what gun laws are like in Italy, but because it is in Europe, I'm assuming pretty shitty. So I doubt that a BB gun is even something you can have. Or a slingshot.
Or a really good fucking yeah, I was gonna say the fucking, you just said the name of it. What's it called?
A BB gun?
No.
Italy? Venice?
No, the rubber pullback, let go, rock fly.
Oh, a slingshot.
Slingshot, thank you.
See, that, in case you're wondering, Chaz, the reason why I fail at Wild Beef and Sin wins. That was it in a nutshell right there. I didn't know what he meant, but I was like, wait, hold on. Oh, a slingshot. Yeah. Rubber pulley
Yeah,
back
just
thing.
get somebody with one of those, like a pointy stick.
Yeah. Look at these two idiots. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm making more of this than there should be, but I mean, you had a foam party on your fucking foam parties. That's for middle schoolers. When they can't drink, so they try and make something in the party seem like it's of substance.
You ever been to a foam party as an adult?
Yeah. I've been to bars where they had foam parties going on.
Yeah, they're fun. You need a shower after, but they're fun, especially a few drinks.
I don't know. Maybe I'm the like belly up to the fucking brass rail and hit me up with a fiery bourbon kind of guy. And so therefore I'm not sure what the hell to do with the foam. I mean, if somebody said, hey, let's go have a snowball fight. Cool. Let's do it. That makes sense to me. What are you supposed to do with the foam? What's the fun?
Yeah, I think it's just like a little bit more slick dancing. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't dance.
I'm not afraid to get down on the dance floor.
Well, I'm known for the occasional groove, and of course I tango. But as for dancing to this club music, hell no. Let's do it. Israel and Iran, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. We're not really going to do it.
No.
I think you probably know what my favorite part of this whole thing was.
I could not guess. There has been so much.
Boom. Donald Trump saying fuck to a bunch of reporters.
Yeah. I saw a post that was like, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask whatever that one is. Ask what you could do for your whatever.
Yeah. No, you got it.
Like, give me liberty, give me death. And then it was like, they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
See, here's the thing. Before I heard this clip, I heard Crockett, represented from Texas, that foul-mouthed bitch. See, we're on YouTube right now. We're doing a podcast. We're friends and we're talking to people that are our peers. Okay. Neither of us are congressional representatives.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't think to say something were I elected to congressional office like I heard Crockett say. Nobody called me. That motherfucker didn't check with me and get my okay. What did you just call the president a motherfucker? And this is the thing.
Sounds like,
if you were talking to your friends, whatever, or if you were in your office and somebody was recording, or even if it was a Twitter thing, she was talking to a whole bunch of her supporters. There were old folks there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be Mr. Straight-Laced. It's just, where don't you swear, woman, is my point. Like,
yeah.
If you're not going to watch your mouth here, where are you going to fucking watch it? And it's not like This is the first time. She's like, that motherfucker talking about the president, and then nobody asked me for my fucking okay. Dude, again, there was like 5 F-bombs in a row, and she knew that it was going to be like saying, we're Congress, Google, Congress, war powers, presidential authority, and you will see that we have to okay war. Holy shit. Again, we were talking.
This was not the same mindset they had way back when Obama wanted to do police actions all over the fucking world.
Yeah, I was reminded actually of what Obama one time, well, actually Ben Rhodes and then Obama called one of their non-war making endeavors. It was a targeted kinetic military incident.
Jesus Christ, it was the adverb verb lot. No.
I was like, holy shit, I totally forgot about that. That was one of those things where he was famous for that. Like the disposition matrix. Again, that wasn't him. That was the CIA director who came up with that one. But it's like, what the fuck is a disposition matrix? Their kill list. The list of people they're going to kill with drones.
Yeah.
It's like, so a hit list? Yeah, but that doesn't sound good. So we'll call it a disposition matrix. Like, holy shit, guys.
The language use will never not be hilarious to me. Like the just creative way that they can lie to us.
Here's the thing that Crockett bugs me because there is no doubt in my mind that it is corralling attention to her, which means that other people that are looking for attention are going to do similar things. You know, it's lowering the bottom rung on the ladder, if that makes sense, right? No,
I gotcha.
It's like, what's his name? The senator that from California that stormed that meeting with the NHS secretary speaking. You rushed into the room and you got escorted out by security. It's like, oh, my United States senator. You rushed in like fucking Vosh with a hot pepper up your ass looking to fucking start a fucking a protest. You were yelling. You were calling out. You were calling her Christy as if you knew her. It was weird, man. Yeah, so security escorted you out. You didn't get beaten up. You didn't get anything. Why did he even try that? Because everyone's doing protests and he wanted to get noticed. Guaranteed someone else is going to do it too.
To a point where the next one's going to be, you know what, the N-word. You know what the N-word is, right? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for
want to clean that up. No, it's the N-word. That's a very nasty word, right? In a lot of ways. That's the worst thing that can happen.
Kimberly, thank you for the 925. Okay, you might not swear if elected, but you know people that would wordsmith swearing like fucking Shakespeare. Believe me, I do not cuss at conferences because there's a whole bunch of people that can make or break my career there. Yeah, and I won't know
like swearing,
and I won't know that they did it. It'll be like I've applied for a job, and they'll be like, "That's that guy that told me to go fuck myself." No, not that guy. You know, that's the kind of thing that it's just not. Where don't you swear is my point with her. And she's not that person. It was like, oh, she's ghetto trash. I heard a whole bunch of people saying, or read a whole bunch of people saying on Twitter. No, she's not. That's just it. She's not at all. She's highly educated, been to nothing but private schools. It's a put on. And that's fucking embarrassing. I'm sorry? What was it?
You think it's just a big put on? I could see that.
Yeah, because there's a whole bunch of audio clips of her talking several years ago before she got elected. And she has never been to a public school. Her whole life, she's gone to private schools. And yeah, okay, Austin, Texas, but Austin, Texas that's not East Texas. That's not the Lone Star State. That's Austin. It's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is a complete fucking put on. On top of which, it's like, holy shit, lady, you're 43 years old. Why are you carrying on like you're 25?
Yeah, it's a lot of, like, how do I say this? It seems like a lack of self-respect.
Yeah. To me, it's short thinking. It's like, what are you trying to do? Why she bothers me is the same reason that Ocasio-Cortez bothers me. It's like they're trying to corral a power base that's going to vote for them no matter what. In AOC's case, I didn't think it would work, but it did. The 14th District of New York will continue to vote for her, even though she does nothing for her electorate. She's a national figure, not a representative of that congressional district. They don't seem to care. I think that Croc is trying to do the same thing. I'm going to get black votes voting for me forever and a day. Hey, it worked for poverty pimp Maxine Waters. Why not me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, because Maxine Waters has been at it for a hot minute, and you just got here, and you're trying to.
Yeah, she knows the layout way better.
Yeah, and she's a hell of a lot more corrupt than you ever. Man, the most underhanded shit that me, you, and Crockett could come up with as a team wouldn't match what Maxine Waters did last week.
No.
Anyway, she fucking bugs me. So why is it different with Trump? Because Trump, by all accounts, is somebody that when he's not on a hot mic, does cuss a lot. That's what I've heard over and over again. Haven't you? That he's a guy who swears a lot?
Yeah, he's got a sailor mouth to him.
Yeah. Guy cusses like a stable boy. It's one of the few times the only time you ever hear him swear is on a hot mic or when he's trying to make a point like this. That, in my mind, is why it's different. And why is he cussing? Because both Israel and Iran pissed him off and made him look like a joker after declaring that there was a ceasefire in effect. The whole reason he didn't want to put boots on the ground and wasn't going to put boots on the ground by outward signs, as he claims, is because, hey, they got the fucking message. Apparently they didn't get the fucking message because they all started lobbing fucking rockets at each other
immediately. Going to be, you know what? The N-word. You know what the N-word is, right? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for
want to clean that up. No, it's the N-word. That's a very nasty word, right? In a lot of ways. That's the worst thing that can happen.
It would be. It would be the end of everything. It would be Armageddon. Trump drops an N-bomb. Kimberly, thanks for the 925. Okay, fine. You won't. I'll keep on my creative, but not ratchet linguistic gymnastics. At least I'm genuine.
That's true.
I did say, fuck that at a conference once. I clearly remember that. I'm not going to lie. I was G-rated. But it was one of those moments where you, a professor who's tenured is haranguing you. I was a master's student at the time. He was letting me have it and giving me both barrels while I'm standing up in front of 200 people. Shaky legs. It was one of the first big conferences I had been to. And one of my supervisors had told me, when somebody leans into you like that and you can just tell that they're doing it, you've got to push back or they're just going to keep doing it. He said, don't you think that that's right? And I said, with all due respect, doctor, fuck that. There is
dude was just giving you the business.
Yeah. I said, there is a Q&A for a reason. And you've been around long enough to know that your Qs can wait for my A's at the end of the panel discussion. There's another panelist after me. Maybe we can stop monopolizing the room's time with your problems.
You gave him a proper what for?
Yeah. And for all I know, that guy burned me 3 times since that happened. You know what I mean? And I didn't know,
right?
You know, but let's hear Trump cuss out Israel and Iran and say, they don't know what the fuck they're doing, because it's just so genuine Trump, man. I love it. What the hell? What the hell? Where's the audio? Let's go. Let's go.
I hear it.
You can hear it? Okay, good. Doesn't matter if I can hear it then, because I've already heard it once. You can hear it, but I'm not seeing it come up on the for chat. I'm not seeing it hit the desktop audio for some reason, and it should be. Oh, I know why. Damn it, Sin.
What?
I know it's not your fault. I can hear it, but it sounds distant, and it sounds like it's in the room, not in my headphones. And so I pull my one good ear out from behind a headphone, and I do hear it coming from behind me. It's my fucking Bluetooth headphones on the other side of the fucking room that are playing it.
Jesus.
Hold on. Disconnect. There we go. Let's go. There we are.
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel, so I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
I mean, he's not wrong.
The only platform show, whatever the fuck, that I know that played it and it wasn't edited, like it didn't have the beep or whatever the fuck over the top, was Megan Kelly's show. Thank you, Miss Kelly. You still rock pretty damn hard.
Indeed.
These guys, you might get a kick out of them. Fifth column. Political insight that's actually worth your fucking time. An hour-long podcast because they get to the fucking point. Unlike us, you know. But yeah,
There's a point?
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And like all of them are just laughing. I mean, these are not MAGA people. You know what I mean? The most MAGA person there is Megan Kelly herself.
Right.
And they're all still, they find it hilarious. And I got to agree. They make this point. It's like, what was he talking? They spent most of their time talking about, okay, yes, it was curated for a purpose. He meant to say it. It wasn't an accident. He really is legitimately pissed at both Iran and Israel, and he's going to say it, and to his credit, he did. Criticized Israel because fuck it, that's Trump, he'll do that, and obviously criticize Iran because fuck it, why not? But what the hell did he mean when he said they unloaded the largest amount of explosives that anyone's ever seen, that I've ever seen? What did he mean? It was actually a very small amount.
It was more of a he's exaggerating because his name is Donald Trump.
Right. Yeah.
And
most beautiful reaction. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It was from Israel. That was a giant fuck you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you listen to the whole thing he said, I like the way he put it. It was, it was an accident in the sense that, you know, my words, not his. He put it, I forget how he summed it up real quick, that they thought that they were under direct attack. Like Iran had broke the ceasefire. They had fired on them. Israel responded by not lobbing rockets into a fucking residential area like Iran does, but destroying those missile sites. That was their attack. Was, we know where you launched those missiles from, and now you're not going to be launching missiles from there anymore. That's what Israel did, but neither of them should have been. Did you get hit with rockets, Israel? And the answer is no, they didn't, because their defenses are pretty top tier, right? So was there a reason to respond? Not really. So it's like, as Trump said it, they claimed it was an accident, but I don't know if I really believe that. We're going to have to see. And it's like, yeah, good. Express the doubt. Okay.
Yeah. I remember, I think I was doing a show when the ceasefire was announced. I'm like, it's not going to last. A ceasefire is not a treaty.
It's not. And even if it were, on Megan Kelly's thing again, Razor Fist video that I saw when I got back today. What was the title? World War III was a test, and your favorite pundit failed.
Yeah, I could see it.
Then it's, you know, that's Razor Fist coming sharp, right? And it's like, yeah, you guys thought that this was going to be World War III. I mean, okay, the ceasefire didn't last, but World War III, boots on the ground, neocon fear, that it may pan out. I don't know. I haven't checked OSINT in the last fucking half an hour. So for all I know, it has. My God, things are changing quick. The last time I actually listened to the news was this morning.
I think it's more of certain leaders immediately demanding that we get boots on the ground. Like fucking Ted Cruz, I think, was one of them. Lindsey Graham is always one of them.
Of course.
Like, we need to get boots on the ground immediately. We have to topple the Iranian regime.
Yeah. And you know what? Here's the thing. Tucker Carlson dropped the ball hard for a while.
You think?
Running up to this. Yeah, because this call was that you attack Iran, you bomb Iran. Like, if the United States bombs Iran, that is World War III, because of the BRIC association that Iran has with the BRIC nations. And therefore, and it's like, Tucker's a very smart man. Like, I don't just mean like, oh, you know, Fox News, listen to the guy talk. Yeah, of course.
I thought you
but
meant
I mean, like,
the Ted Cruz interview.
No. I mean, his belief in what Iran's positioning in the world. It's like, Tucker, you're smarter than this. I know you are. Like, he's a very bright man, and he's been around the world. He knows the lay of the. Why are you talking about, like, BRIC? For those, you know, it's a BRIC. It's Brazil, Russia, India, China. It's an acronym for those countries, but a few others are on that list and in that association as well. South Africa, a few others. It's an economic association, not even an economic pact group, just an association where some of them have economic deals with others and not with all of them, et cetera, right? It's an economic dealing among people not using the US dollar as the core currency of their trades and not involving the US GDP in it. It's like outside of that realm. That's what BRIC is. It's nothing military. What the fuck are you talking about that Iran is associated with the BRIC nations and they will respond? Brazil will respond? The fuck are you even talking about? Like, it was just like, Tucker, are you even paying attention to what you're saying? Like, and this is not usual for him. He's not that out of it. But to his credit, he gets interviewed on a podcast and I watched it. And what did he say? I would have thought that Iran would have appealed to every one of their allies that they could to respond on their behalf, and they didn't. I was wrong. So Tucker dropped the ball publicly in saying what was going to happen with Iran. Donald Trump got a little mad at him, took some sideways shots at him. Maybe he should buy a network so people actually listen to him. That little line that Trump said at him. And it turns out that Tucker wasn't right. But Tucker's still credible in my mind because after it was demonstrated he was wrong, he said it. He goes,
admitting you're wrong goes a long fucking way.
Yeah, it does. He goes, I'm 56 years old. This is not the first time I've made a mistake. God willing, it'll be the last time, but I highly doubt it. And I'm like, wow, that goes a long way for me. You know, I'm going to listen to you make an argument next time and evaluate it. You know what I mean? You know who didn't admit they were dead wrong? Pretty much everybody else. Candace Owen, for example. Why is everyone listening to her? Why are the Hodge twins going off a fucking cliff? Suddenly turning on Trump. You know, the Hodge twins, now they got this moniker, HAJJ, the Hodge twins, like the Hajj to Mecca. Fuck. People
right,
are...
I get it.
I like Megyn Kelly's comment with Tucker Carlson going, Tucker's smarter than this, because if there's one thing that I know about the Middle East, I don't have to be a regional expert or a historian to know. Don't make predictions about the Middle East. It's too random. Stick to the short term. Don't ever assume that there's a guaranteed outcome of anything. I'm like, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
I mean, there's certain things you can guess. You piss Israel off, they will go as far as they need to make sure that you're not capable of doing it again. And everybody else wants to kill the Jews in the Middle East. Those things are guaranteed.
Yes, those are definitely two things that you can always bet on.
Sad as that is, but there you are. Gamer Verlaine, thank you for the 850 and the goose banging. If you watch the flight pattern of the bombers, they flew west, refueled over the Pacific, then flew east, and we had other B-2s stationed in the area. We faked them out. Really? So multiple B-2s deployed, and some of them were just fake outs. I mean, you know, a B-2 bomber. It's just shy of a $2 billion aircraft. They can. The U.S. military is fuck off powerful, man. I mean, when you can use a $2 billion aircraft for a decoy, holy shit, I love it. And Valine, thank you for bringing up said craft, because if y'all don't know, I'm a huge fan of the B-2. Huge fan. Others have their F-22s, their F-16s, their VTOL craft, their F-35s even. I'm a B-2 man. Look at this fucker coming back in on mission well done. Look at that. It's also because I'm a comic book guy, man. Tell me it doesn't look like Batman coming in.
I love it.
I know. I was half expecting it to disappear when it went behind that tree.
Yeah, it just doesn't exist. You got freaked out.
Like, it's got, like, camouflage like the Predator had camouflage, right? You know, it just redirects light rays. Look at that shit. I mean, imagine you're a mullah. You're trying to support the Khomeinis. And then you see something like this up in the sky and you're like, oh, right, that's who we're fighting. Fuck. And Valine sent me a meme that sums up.
Yeah, if you see that, there's literally nothing you can do.
Yeah. Check this out.
Ha!
Thank you for sending that to me, Valine. I sent that to a few friends. Yeah, they're going to get a kick out of that because we were joking. Yeah, you know what? They didn't see it, but they heard it because you can't really hide the sound signature of it coming in. But you know, if you look up and saw it, oh my God, you don't want to see it. But this reminds me of something.
No, that's something you'd prefer to not see.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love a B-2. Do you have a favorite fighter craft, bomber, aircraft?
AC-130.
Really?
Hell yeah. The
good answer.
Plane. Fuck yes.
Yeah. I mean, A-10 all the way is my favorite aircraft. Because, you know, the last thing the jihadis heard was...
Is that the one I'm thinking of?
Oh, an AC-130?
No, the 130.
The 130? You're not thinking of an A-10? An A-10 Warthog?
I don't know. The 130 with those flares is dope. I think I was thinking of the 110.
Well, if you see it, you weren't the target. Right. Well said. Yeah. Your opinions on the new B-21? The B-21 Raider. I like we're talking just aesthetics. Okay. I know there's a lot of people with some really deep knowledge. Valine's one of them, you know, military knowledge. I don't have it. Not trying to claim that. I'm talking just looks, just aesthetics. I like the B-2 a lot more than the B-21 Raider. The lines are sharper, which brings me to the unsung hero of the American Air Fleet. Nobody ever talks about this aircraft, and I don't know why. It's one of my favorites. Top 3 for sure. The B-117. Ever heard of it?
Mm-mm.
Look at that shit.
Ooh.
Ah.
That's a spicy Dorito right there.
So B-2, right? Because that just fucking, that's the Batwing, man. You got to love it. Now look at this badass, man.
That's cool.
That's
modular.
That's the B-117. It's about to be retired, as I understand it. Not that I have some like inside knowledge. It's just when I was watching some stuff on it like a year ago, they're like, okay, this is where it's run its course. All it can do is bomb, but you don't know short range. There's only ever been one shot down ever. And it was like unbelievable field of fire to get at this fucker. But I mean, just look at that. Don't you want one? I want one. Wicked stealth craft. I love how small it is too. Just whew.
We're gonna have to wrap it up.
Yeah. All right.
Like 10, 15 minutes.
All right.
Sorry.
No worries. Let's quit rolling over angular aircraft then. You can't even go supersonic. I know, but we're talking about lines. Come on. That just says I'm fucking dangerous. And I know that's not as important as actual functionality, but still. After the, what is it? The B-1, the only supersonic long-range bomber, gets retired. And again, as I understand it, open to correction, that is not that long from being retired itself. There will be no supersonic bombers in the fleet. Because the B-2 isn't. The B-117 isn't. 52 isn't. Never was.
Don't do that.
Kimberly, thank you for the 825. Yeah, they sent F-22s, F-35s, F-16s, B-52s, and B-2s. The bombers were in Diego Garcia. Also, it's an F-117. The one that crashed in Maryland in the 90s. Okay, not B. My bad. Not a B-117, but an F-117. Which is
That's
weird.
what Valine is. A B-117.
I take it that it's not as straightforward as a bomber or fighter. I mean, is a 117 classified as a fighter? It has no, as I understand it, armaments other than its bomb bays. Which is another thing that people don't like about it. They're like, it doesn't have offensive weapons. It's like, yeah, well, that's why my favorite craft of them all is the fucking A-10. That has offensive weapons. Okay. Let's move on. I am not understanding, why is the heat causing the roads to crack, Sin?
Because of the shitty design?
I legitimately...
Are you genuinely asking?
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, what the fuck? How is the heat doing this?
The heat makes the asphalt expand out, and it's got concrete on all sides. Kind of like how a floating floor has to have a 1/4 inch, like a bit to expand and contract with the heat and the cold. It's the same principle, basically.
So this is only going to happen where there's a concrete border around the entire road?
I think so. Like if it's too tightly packed, or it's just too hot and it's expanding at such a rate that it has nowhere to go but up.
I mean, I'm not an idiot. I get the idea of differential expansion. So I'm like, okay, but what two material? Because usually that's a result of different materials. You know, there's one material here that expands at a certain rate, and then this one expands a hell of a lot faster under heat. I'm like, okay. But that's not a small amount. That's not like some little crack opening. That's like a good 4 feet of lift. Holy shit. And highways all over are fucking doing it, man.
Yeah. It's bad, dude.
And I don't know how I've largely missed out on this happening. The road I was going to take day before yesterday was like, nah, you ain't taking that road. It's all busted up. I'm like, from what? I'm like, what do you mean? It's all expanded and torn to shit. No, I'm kidding. Flash boiling? I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that term either.
No, it's a bomber. It's just called a fighter. So best pitches would want to... the best pilots. The best pitches. The best pilots would want to fly it. Do the best pilots avoid flying bombers because they all want to fly fighters? That would make sense. I could see that. Bunch of Tom Cruise, Maverick, Iceman type guys wanting to fly the best, fastest thing with their hair on fire. Makes sense to me. Okay. New Zealand's many things. Many, many things. But did you know it's the best place to have herpes?
New Zealand?
Yes.
Why?
Do you know who says that?
People who have herpes?
The New Zealand Herpes Foundation says that.
Oh, okay. So they have a vested interest in you being sick in their country.
This is a quote, okay? Like, see, quotation marks, okay? Quote, to fix our national pride, the solution is obvious. Herpes, end quote.
Ah, yes, that makes perfect sense.
That was the pitch made by the charity New Zealand Herpes Foundation last October when it launched a campaign to make the country the, quote, best place to have the infection. That campaign has been a roaring success. winning top prize at this year's, I'm assuming that's Cannes Lions? Cannes Lions? Cannes Lions Awards, which recognize excellence in the creative industry. Is that excellent?
It's something, I'm sure.
I mean, it's New Zealand. It's a whole bunch of sheep. You're advertising herpes. What are you doing? This is making its own jokes.
That out as well.
What's that?
I think they're trying to figure that out as well.
I mean, it could be passed from livestock people. Just the campaign, which aimed to destigmatize herpes via a faux tourism advertisement video, was awarded the Grand Prix for Good, a category that seeks to highlight work for nonprofit organizations and charities. Guys, this is the worst of the worst. You're appealing to like the worst kinds of stereotypes about New Zealand, that they're all a bunch of sheep fuckers, etc. Holy shit. To have it or to get it. Because they're well aware of it, track it, and can treat it, is the idea, because of their socialized medicine. That's the main notion. So if you get herpes, and we don't have a cure, but we can give you all sorts of medicines for it.
Yeah, okay, I guess New Zealand is the place to go.
Yeah. Let me sum this up. Oh, NASA found the doomed Resilience moon lander, the Japan lander that crashed on the moon when no one knew where it was. NASA found it. That's good.
Where was it?
On the moon.
Yes, where?
I don't know. What, you want coordinates?
Yeah, how did they lose it?
Well, it went down and they didn't have sophisticated tracking on it to follow it all the way down. So they just knew in a very general area because of its downward trajectory where it was going. I mean, you could plot it, but only within a given range of accuracy. They didn't have advanced tracking to follow it all the way in. So they didn't know where it was. And space garbage is a big deal. They care. No, I don't want to talk about Jasmine Crockett. Fuck her. This is the future of Congress if she has her way. Have you seen her with her fucking congressional medallion too? That's what's hanging around her neck there, that pendant. The congressional seal. So every time she says something now on her fucking Instagram, she holds it up and says, because I know what I'm talking about. What?
Does she? I don't think so.
Like, lady, you're a private school graduate from a wealthy two-parent home. You wear fake nails, fake hair, fake eyelashes, and cuss like a stable boy and live up every stereotype that you would call racist if somebody accused you of what you go out of your way to do. The fuck are you doing?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's like, what is the point of this?
The only
Like,
guess I
she-
have is
it's-
like she's trying to put together a power base like AOC. Like I said before, that's
Yeah.
weak, but that's all I got.
Yeah, to gain a bit of clout from her base. That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, like to become like, I'm a real one. People are going to love me. This is going to create diehard supporters. I don't know that that's what she's thinking. I just can't think of another reason to carry on like she is. Unless, of course, it's like a George Costanza wants to get fired in the most spectacular way possible. You know, she's trying to get ejected from Congress, not just censured.
Blaze of glory.
Yeah. All right. Time
Could
to
be.
go to the titular article. Legend status gift request. What would you ask for graduating, Sin? And you're in
stack or
Taiwan.
drop.
I'm sorry?
A stack drop.
A stack drop.
Yeah.
In Taiwan, even?
Just a do you know how much farther that money would go there?
How about a couple of strippers?
Okay, I guess if we're cheaping out.
And his
probably
parents
like
hired them.
$4 a piece. Okay, no, that's pretty dope.
And then the kid got arrested for procuring lewd entertainment in public at his graduation.
It's Taiwan. What?
I know. Look at this kid. Like, he's this skinny little guy, right? And he's walking around the whole day with strippers and rented a sports car. That's what he wanted. He wanted to be able to pull up in style at his graduation, and he wanted a couple of, chicks that came with the car, whatever the fuck. What would you call bonus feature women that come with the car?
I have no idea. What do they have an official name?
Yeah, I think the technical word is slave, but I mean, what would you call them if you didn't want to make it obvious that you're engaged in human trafficking? Model. Yeah, let's go with that. They're exotic models. Yes.
There's a finger in my food.
Kimberly, thanks for the $4. That's a bad look, New Zealand. Yes, it is. Oh, bad. I got the sheep. Took a second to put that down. I don't see the problem here. Neither do I. I say that kid's based as hell. That kid, he had vision.
Yeah.
At his age, I wouldn't have thought to ask for a sports car and 2 strippers. This kid's forward thinking.
He knew what he was there for.
Mm-hmm. And let me tell you something. Imagine all of his classmates. Do you think any of them outdid this? I don't think so.
No, fuck no.
No, he wins. And people will be talking about him for the next 20, 30 years. That's what he wanted. Peak gift request, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, he wins. He got it.
So he's you got his name here? Oh, fuck. I didn't mention that. He's a junior high schooler. This isn't high school graduation.
Actually.
He's like 13, 14, this fucking maniac.
I'm a little less sure of that now.
Which part?
The sexy strippers.
Yeah, because you weren't interested in women when you were 14? Sure you were.
No, I just think it's kind of weird that he's 14.
Well, there's all kinds of things that I think are weird about Dylan. So, let's just assume that's what.
Yeah, it's probably the least.
Okay, boom. That brings us to the end of the show. Whew. Oh, so one last complaint, because I had a whole litany of complaints at the beginning and then peppered throughout along with yours, Sin. Remember I said last week that I had a game ready? I do, yes. But only when I loaded the game up in Photoshop did I realize something had gone wrong. Over half the images that I pulled in are WebPs. You can't even see them. Of course. Holy shit. I got the extension for Photoshop so it can actually render them and open them, but they're all distorted and dark. Like they've got the gamma turned all the way up. All the way down, actually.
Bullshit.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, wait, I'm going to have to convert all those. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I'm going to have to convert all those images, but still, man, never stops causing me a pain in the ass.
Never.
All right, chat. By all means, ask us any questions really quick if you have any at all. And Sin, you did a stream yesterday. Got anything else going on?
Yeah, go check out the Sin and Sash channel. Fun stuff over there. Plan on doing a Friday stream after the AAA. And that's really all I got. I probably won't be around too much tomorrow. Got kids home for summer break, of course. So things are always a little bit crazier during summer break. But yeah.
What you got them doing? Arts and crafts?
Right now, I just put their tablets in front of them and said, I have to work.
Oh. Did you go to camp when you were a kid?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, same here, right? Did you know that foreigners don't have that?
What? There's no summer camps?
No, that's not a thing. I'm sure in some countries it is, but Australians never heard of it. The Brits never heard of it. Well, they've heard of it.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah. It's like you don't have camp, like sleepaway camp, where you're gone for like a month or more in the summer. Your parents do it just to get rid of you. No, they've never even heard of it.
Yeah, they got summer camp coming up. That's going to be fun.
Yeah. Nice. Just get rid of them for the day, but for multiple days, it's a win.
Yeah.
All
All right. That's all I got.
Noir Bar on Friday. Yes. Not today.
Hell yeah.
Today would be Wednesday. But speaking of Friday, that's where they can find us next. And over on your channel, son?
Yep.
Cool.
5:30 Eastern, the only time zone that matters.
I think the Germans had summer camp. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. They had like a really big Boy Scout thing that got renamed into the Hitler Youth. I mean, I'm kidding.
They did.
It was repurposed into the Hitler Youth and so on, and then repurposed back afterwards. So yeah, if anyone would have sleepaway camps, it would probably be the Germans.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have boarding schools. Yeah, that's British sleepaway camp. A fucking boarding school. Okay. I just didn't understand.
We should have known.
All right. Sin's channel, 5:30 p.m. Eastern or 5:30 a.m. on Christmas Island, Flying Fish Cove. We never forget you people. Thank you everybody for showing up. Keep cool thoughts. Ice cream doesn't help, but iced tea does. So,
Yeah. Drink some water.
Yeah. And do what I do. Close the blinds. You can
That
also,
makes a huge difference.
I don't know. People say it's like a total fallacy. It doesn't work at all. I'm like,
No,
it's a placebo thing. It makes me feel like it's doing something.
Yeah, it's letting less sunlight in. Of course it's doing something.
Yeah. You cover up a greenhouse, it ain't going to be too green in there.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Thank you again, everybody. Thank you to everybody who donated. We will see you on Friday. Have a good night, all.
Indeed. Later.
Shit, hold on. Change around my button box. Where's the button? There it is.